Hi everyone, this is Joe here, and I wanted to show you some watershed restoration work that I'm doing that, because of the contrast between bright sunlight and shadow, it's really hard to take pictures of. But right now I'm in the forest above Casa Bosque in the green belt of Barichara, in a place where there's this channel of water that comes running down during a heavy rain. And what I've been doing is building a series of retention ponds, which means ponds that actually hold water so that it can absorb into the ground, and then to redirect it into a curved flow so that it moves more slowly and does less, creates less erosion and helps us to build up soils more so that the forest can recover. As you can see, I'm in the forest here, and I want to just show you, I think as of right now, I've got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've dug 5 retention ponds. And so here's the first one, so you can see it. It is maybe about knee deep, and I built it with wood and rocks to stabilize and reinforce it, so you can kind of see it there. And then you can see here how the water, it's sort of hard to see because of the sun, but there's another retention pond right there. So the water flows around this one and goes to that one. And because of the bright light, it's actually easier to see from the side. So here you can see the next retention pond is there, and the water flows around it into the side here to go to the next one. And the next one is a little deeper. You can see it a little better from the side. It's right there. And if I hold it here, maybe you can see there's a stump and then a retention pond there. And then here's a retention pond I just dug, this one. And I've got my handy shovel right here. And what I did for this one is I laid down some long logs of fallen branches, put some rocks, got some rocks here that I've been collecting to stabilize it. And then I dig on the uphill side and pile the dirt over it, stabilize it against the tree on the far side, and the water will come out of here. When the water comes out, it will go into the next retention pond, which is that one right there. So it curves around this tree, and again, it's kind of hard to see, but it's right there. And then what's going to happen is that one holds the water and directs it to come over the side here and continue down into the forest. And so from below, you can't even really see them. See, they're kind of low to the ground. There are 5 retention ponds there. And what's happening is right now, the water is just running all over the place, pulling up all of the detritus. You can actually see something here that looks kind of like a trail. Maybe it's easier to see from down here. What looks like a trail is actually the way the water moves. See right there, that looks like a trail? It's when the water's coming down here, it's running fast enough that it's pulling out all of the detritus, all of the soil building organic matter, which is the fallen leaves and branches. And then it's displacing seeds, meaning washing them away so that they can't establish themselves and restore the forest. Because when the water comes down here, it goes really fast. And the water moving through this channel is really contaminated. So you can sort of see there that it's sort of like on both sides, a drainage, and it's coming down. And I've now done 5 retention ponds. And in this part, kind of going further downhill, I'm gonna do another 4 or 5. They're all small because the whole idea, as you can see here, is that you stack up the biomass, the organic matter, and the rocks hold it in place. The water comes and settles, and the sediment can stop there, and then the water starts to infiltrate into the ground. Well, of course, while there's a heavy rain, it keeps moving, but it moves more slowly and in a longer path because the curve makes a longer path than a straight line of the same distance. And so what I'm doing is elongating the stream, giving it resting places to slow down, gathering pools where the water can stop and settle and absorb into the ground, and that it can gather sediments and stop erosion. And all of that will also help the seeds to settle. And if you're familiar with a hugelkultur garden, which is a technology developed by people in Germany about 300 years ago, where you dig a hole, you put in the hole like branches and twigs, and then you put soil on top, and it decomposes, and all of the carbon, 100% of the organic matter, stays in the soil and builds a deep soil level. Well, right now in this system, these mounds have branches underneath them, which means they'll build good soil, and eventually plants will grow out of them. So it'll also increase soil building on the downhill side of each of the retention ponds. So I wanted you to see this. You could see that one of the projects I'm doing is I'm coming out here in the forest by myself. I'm able to do all of this work just with a shovel. You can see my shovel right here. With a shovel, I gather rocks, I gather sticks. I look at the way the water moves, and I dig the channels. And this is going to become a beautiful, healthy stream over the next 2 to 3 years. I will finish putting in the retention ponds in maybe another 1 week to 10 days of work. So I'll space that out, not working every day. But the restoration process is continuous every time it rains over the next few years. This will be regenerating the core water movement and soil building of this forest. So I just want to share that. Hope you enjoy. And this is how we are regenerating the greenbelt and the forests in Barichara.